Hello. Welcome to episode 8 of Celebrity Bible, where we continue our discussion about the human fall. This discussion is absolutely necessary because of one primary aspect of human life. We all have to die. Think about this. Before doing anything, there is always a preparation period. Before having a child, the parents prepare. Before going on vacation, the family prepares. Even God prepared the earth and universe before giving birth to mankind. However, nobody ever seems to be prepared for death. I'm not talking about your will, your houses, or your banking accounts. No. I'm talking about preparing for the ultimate transition from life to death. Why is preparation for death so important? Because, once you die, there is no turning back. Death is forever. We at Celebrity Bible want your transition over to the eternal world to be a successful one, not a terrifying one, and most certainly not an oblivious one. We guarantee that what we offer here is absolutely true. Keep in mind, when God created the first humans, He gave them free will. Well, exercising that same free will is necessary for a smooth transition over to the spiritual realm. If we do not exercise our own free will concerning our life and our death, then we will be awarded what the energy industry refers to as the default provider. You will go to the place that has been decided for you. In other words, the place of last resort, not the one you decided for yourself. Do you get my meaning? Even our death requires our input. It is part of our personal responsibility. The reason people fear death is because they don't know where they are going. However, if you knew where you were going, would you be afraid of death? Of course not. So, this series is an attempt to educate the public on how to prepare for the ultimate life experience, death. Our motto here at Celebrity Bible is, "When I die, let me die good." One moment please. My children are accusing me of bad grammar. Okay then. May I rephrase the motto to say, "When I die, let me die well." There. That's definitely better. Now let's get on with the topic of the human fall. Everything has a process. When God created, He had a process. When builders build, there is a process. Who is not burdened by New York City constructing codes? Finally, life and death also have processes. There are two questions we should ask here. What are the processes determining the quality of our life? And what are the processes determining the quality of our death? The answer to both questions lies at the heart of how and why God created in the first place. By understanding God's motivation for creating, we can then understand the underlying laws governing all existence. Those same laws govern our life today, as well as our death. Are you interested? Okay. Here is the first rule of life and death. Everything began with invisible form, manifested into visible form, and then returns back to invisible form. You might ask, is there such a thing as invisible form? Certainly there is. You've heard of energy. Energy is invisible, but it has form. That form is made up of positive and negative valences. Valences are the pluses and minuses holding everything together. Valences are the base for higher forms of energy, like atoms and molecules. Another aspect of energy is that it has character and personality. Did you know that? The aspect of character and personality is what delineates each form of energy from one another. It is these various combinations of character and personality within the atomic and molecular worlds that make up the different species of life. For example, while energy is the same at its base, it is expressed differently within each of God's various creations. But at its core, it is exactly the same energy. And those differences are very specific. That is why plants don't have legs to move. And animals neither read and write books, nor construct skyscrapers or build cities. Although each creation depends upon each other, the underlying purpose of each is very different. We can easily deduce that the purpose of plants is to provide food and shelter for animals. We can also easily deduce the fact that the ultimate purpose of plants and animals is to provide mankind with food and comfort. Then, what is the ultimate purpose of mankind? This point is a little tricky. Almost all religions tell us the purpose of mankind is to serve and attend God. This is where religions are all wrong. The concept of being a servant to God only came about after the first humans fell. What does the fall really mean? Even in this world we often speak about those who have fallen from someone's grace. For example, children who betray their parents. Those children lose their parents' trust. Well, that's exactly what happened to the first humans. As a consequence, you and I suffer due to their iniquity, due to their malfeasance, due to their selfish ignorance. What they did in the beginning still adversely affects you and me. Thankfully, there is a remedy to our dilemma. Thankfully, we can reverse what happened. Let me warn you up front. To reverse the effects of the human fall will require not just 100% of your effort, it will require your very life. Don't get me wrong. No one has to die to be saved. No one has to sacrifice their worldly blessings. But you must be able to deny your internal nature. Why deny it? Because it is not your original nature. It is fallen nature. And it is that nature that is killing you right now. It is that nature that will send you to the bottomless pit of your own hell. Neither God nor the angels, neither mankind nor anyone else, can do anything about it. Except you, of course. As mentioned previously, only you determine your ultimate destiny. No one else. That is why we at Celebrity Bible try so hard to educate you, not just about life after death, but about how you can determine where you will go, if you will just take responsibility for it now, not later. Now is the time you determine your place in the afterlife, not later. Oh, by the way, did I mention now, not later? I assume you get what I mean. What is at stake here is your eternal life. If you do not know how to prepare for it, then you will dramatically suffer its consequences. Some of you may be skeptical about these contents. You may think Celebrity Bible is trying to dissuade you from living a good life. On the contrary, we want you to live the best life one can live. We also want you to live the best afterlife you can live. Remember, this physical life is temporary. We will all be gone within 100 years. But life on the other side is forever. I apologize for going long in this segment. But this content is absolutely crucial to your physical and spiritual well-being. We will continue this topic in episode 9. We can be reached by email at celebritybible@yahoo.com